everyone. What a beautiful intro. Thank you, Lauren. I loved it. So before I go into my own story, I wanted to do a beautiful opening for the beautiful conference today. So to do that and really start to get all of you into your creative fire, your energy, your womb energy, we all need to move our hips. So what I'm going to do in a minute is I'm actually going to play a little bit of the bongos, and I'm going to start to play it and start to speak this specific type of language, which we call light language, which is part of the spiritual technology that in the intro that Lauren spoke about. This particular language will actually start to activate the body and start to open up the system and all 7 chakras. So it's a great way to get you all centered and get you all awake. So what I want you to do right now is, just while we're doing this movement, I'm just going to get you to kind of stand up, move your hips, take your shoes off so that you're flat on the ground and you're really grounded. And as we do this, I'm going to actually get you to do a specific hand gesture, which is what we call the mudra. And this particular hand gesture is the mudra for the womb. So when we hold this position with our hands, it's got the ability to wake up our womb. And all you need to do is sort of bring your hands together. So we're creating like a heart with the index finger. And then we want to bring all 4 fingers joining like so. So it will look like this, okay? And when we do this mudra, traditionally, yoga teachers would get you to just hold the position like this at your womb. But I don't want you to do that. I want you to move your body. So it's literally standing up, creating that mudra, and allowing your body to sway. So I'm going to get you all to stand up now. So get you standing up, no shoes on, please. And we're just going to sway our body. So we're swaying the hips. When we sway the hips, we actually open up all of that creative fire from the root and sacral chakra, which is where women get really, really blocked up. So as you do this, you can start to move the mudra however you like. You can move it across, above, below, really start to sway this. And I just want you to close your eyes and let your body flow. When you do this, I'm going to now start to do the activation as you start to move your body. Okay, so keep going. Release from the mudra and just allow your body to move however it wants to move. Good. And I just want all of you now just to create a sound from whatever sound wants to come out from your throat. So it might be the ah sound, it might be the oh sound, it might be whatever sound that your womb wants to create. I want you to just allow your throat to open up and create whatever sound wants to come out. This will open up the throat, but open up the womb, as the throat is deeply connected to the womb center. So allow any sound to come out now. Ah. Good. I'm going to get you all to just slowly sit back down. And as we just recenter our body, I'm going to get you to just close your eyes, place your hands on your womb center, or you might put one on your heart, one on your womb, whatever feels comfortable. And as you do that, I'm just going to do a little meditation just to get us back centered and into our bodies. I just want you to visualize and bring your full attention now into your heart center. And in this area, there is a beautiful vessel called the Bamai vessel that moves from the heart to the uterus. So I just want you to breathe into your heart and then breathe down this vessel or this thread that you visualize now into your uterus. As we're breathing in love, we're breathing in the abundance of this unconditional love that is residing within you and all around you, opening up the hearts of every single person that is listening today. And as we do this, I want you now to just visualize beautiful tree roots from the center of your womb, pulling you down through your legs and down through your feet into the earth. As we move that energy all the way to Mother Earth, Mother Gaia, into the crystalline grid of the earth, which is the heartbeat of the earth. As we call her in to ground you and support you and allow you to feel stability, grounding foundation for your life, for your womb, allowing your heart to be held from the womb so that you can express your true expression of your emotions from love. And I call in Mother Earth to bring through any nutrients, any healing that every single woman needs in this moment, back up through those threads, back up through the tree roots into the womb. And as we do that, I'll just do a little activation. Narum naharum deyaru samne horum nai la rora takera tuyara. Sia mahorete varoshuya mahorete, kilorte kya mahavili amaroyen, sukiarate marosharia, liavaroya takara mahorate, vilurte kiaren, nahamarete yamanan, vaurti kiarti arata kamaha, suriarate varoshia maurti, la wamanarati ki arate varamaha suryarata kana surarata kana liarate mana lirarata mana, allowing all of you to feel the creative force that runs within you, your ability to create, your ability to know the deepest wisdom that runs within every single fiber of your being, allowing you to reconnect to your true authenticity, allowing you to truly express yourself like you never have before through this beautiful conference. I am here to open you up and tap into your true power that is residing within you. And as you bring your full focus now into your heart, I want you to expand all of that loving vibration to all of those that you love, all of those that are at this conference, all of those through the earth, through the planet, through the universe, expanding the highest frequency of love and support and allowing you to be wrapped in this divinity of love within you. Thank you, everyone. So as we begin, I would like to now share a little bit about my story and how I really got into this amazing field. I'm 36 years old and I live in Australia, in Melbourne, but this is not where I originated from. I was raised in a Sri Lankan family and I was born in Paris. And during the time of my birth, especially within my family and culture, there was a lot of repression. Women didn't have a voice and men also didn't know how to express themselves. And I was raised in a family where there was a lot of violence and we didn't know any different. During that time when I was little, we lived in severe poverty. We didn't even have much money. And we lived in a 1-bedroom flat in Paris where we all lived in the same bedroom. So we all slept in the same bed. I had an older brother who was a year older than me and a younger sister who was 2 years younger than me. And during that time, my mother had an arranged marriage to my father. And so I was raised in a family where there wasn't shown how to express love because my parents didn't love each other. And my dad didn't know how to show love. And he showed it in all of the wrong ways, where he was very violent with my mum. She was the care provider. My dad was an alcoholic. He drank a lot. And I remember just always feeling very fearful around my dad. And then one day when my mum was out and my sister was in a different room, my dad then attacked me where I was only 7 years old, and then he violently raped me. And I remember thinking how much shock I was in, where I almost had an out-of-body experience and became very numb. And this happened maybe 3 more times. And I was too scared. You know, I was so young. I was too scared to tell my mum and tell her what was going on. And not long after that, he then got cancer after he raped me and then died within 3 months after that. And we were then forced to come to Australia because my mum was one of 10 children and she was the youngest. And my family had a lot of control with my mum. She really had no choice. So we moved to Australia hoping for a better life. But actually it was our worst nightmare. And my uncles were so controlling. We had timetables of when we should be home. We couldn't go out. I couldn't see my friends. I was hit by every single uncle at such a young age in my teenage years. And I watched my mum get beaten up. I heard her from the other room. I couldn't even enter because I would get hit. And so life got really hard at such a young age. And that was all around that age up to 15. But I always had a little bit of strength compared to my brother and sister. And I had a voice and I wasn't scared to use it. And I remember just feeling like I had to do something. And things got so bad one day that my mum, our next door neighbour, heard what was happening. And so the police were called. During that time, my mum was in complete shock. She couldn't speak, but I said no more. And I pushed for a restraining order against my uncle. And so that created so much problems around my family because they felt that he loved us. And they kept saying, he loves you. This is why he's doing this. And I just thought, wow, there's so much, you know, they don't know the difference about what love is. They saw it as punishment, as control. And I really saw that clearly at that age. But I said, I don't care. And from that moment, it really allowed us to completely detach from our family because they all got rid of us. But that was the gift because we found our freedom. And during that time, throughout those years, I did so many things that I felt very ashamed of. Well, I even did prostitution at 15. And I remember just thinking, what am I doing? I remember I did it about 3 times, and I was very much influenced by men older than me. And the people that made me do this were in their 20s. And I had this amazing story during that process where I was left on the street. I didn't have any money. I had nowhere to go. I didn't know where I was in St Kilda. And this old lady came up to me. And said, "Are you okay?" And I was crying and screaming, thinking, I don't know where I am. I look like a prostitute. I'm 15. I don't know what to do. And she said to me, "I'm going to stay with you until we figure out where you are. And I'm going to make sure that you're going to get home safely." And I just thought, wow, an angel is looking after me. And from that moment, that's when a lot of my life changed. I said, no more. And at 16, I then went back and did my beauty therapy course because I got kicked out of school. I was just taking drugs, I was stealing, I was doing too many bad things. And I really changed my life from about 16 and a half. So I really learned big lessons at a very young age. But this life affected me with my relationships because I didn't know how to be loved. I was in these abusive relationships where I thought that men were right, women were wrong. I still felt this disempowerment. I felt that I needed a man to be able to be okay to live because I lived in such poverty. I thought I couldn't make it. And what I learnt was that all of this trauma was sitting in my womb. And all of these traumas were actually not mine. They were mine, but they were bigger than that. They were from my ancestors. They were from all of the repression that they had gone through. And all of those imprints were imprinted into me at my birth. And I started to dive into my womb. And this took me on a journey of becoming a Chinese medicine doctor. And I tell you, this degree took me 5 years, and it was such a gift because I transformed my life. And during that time, something kept saying, you need to work with women. But I didn't want to work with women. I thought they were just it was just too much. They had so many issues when it came to the womb. But the universe kept pushing me over and over again. And I would get women who would have stillbirths. They would have miscarriages. They would have endometriosis, PCOS, cancer even. And what I realized was that even within the Chinese medicine degree and Western medicine, it wasn't enough. There was still more that I was seeking for these women. And I knew that within my own self. So I started to journey deeper. And as I did that, I had this amazing spiritual awakening 2 years ago where a healer said to me, stop studying. And I thought, what? This is a crazy thing to say. She said to me, you are ready. Your spirit guides, if you believe it or not, we have a spirit team around us that support us and love us. And she said they are ready to implant and download information into your field. And I thought, great, let me have it. What do I need to do? She said, just go sit outside and meditate. Within 5 minutes of me doing this, I said, I am open, I am receptive for your download. Then my hand started moving uncontrollably, writing symbols. My left hand started doing the same thing. I started tapping into different parts of my brain and pulling things out. And then I started seeing images. I saw myself back in Egypt where I could do sound healings through the pyramids and heal people's bodies. I saw myself back in Africa where I was this healer and I was helping all of these communities. I saw myself back in Atlantis, the lost civilization where I could manipulate DNA through sound. And then I came back into my body and I started saying all these affirmations like I'd never done before. And it was just flowing through me and it was piercing every single cell and fiber of my being. And I saw in that moment, oh, my life is so much bigger than me. I am here to serve. I am here to serve. And I'm just a channel for the universe. And that was it. And it just, within seconds of that happening, I started speaking up to 10 different light languages fluently. And I looked like I was on drugs. I was bursting with so much energy. It was amazing. And so when that happened, I thought, what is going on? This is crazy. But actually, these were all languages that I had spoken before. And they were showing me that I was here to shift women, to shift men, but specifically women, and allow them to remember the strength of their womb and how age didn't matter, about us feeling like as we get older, we're going to get sick and frail and all this rubbish that we tell ourselves and society tells us, especially for women when it comes to fertility. You're getting old, go to IVF. But what I saw was my own transformation in that moment, where within 3 months of me doing healings on patients, I used to wear glasses. I healed my eyesight because I would see everything visually when I would do these treatments on patients. Because when I was speaking these light languages, I would see the body in a 5-dimensional awareness where I could see inside the cells, I could see inside the womb, I could see past lives that were still holding you today. I could perform psychic surgery on body parts, and I would rewire the DNA where I would send light codes and light into the DNA and awaken the light codes. So I didn't need to tell you what to do, because as soon as you started waking up, you knew what to do. I was allowing you to tap into your own wisdom that was running within you. And so many of us want to go to a doctor or a practitioner and go and put all of our power to them regarding our health. But I was here to show you that you know your body better than me. You know your body better than anyone. I was just allowing you to open up the dimension or the key to unlocking that consciousness within your body. And when we did that, that was the power. That was the power where people would look at me and I would meditate and my body would move into these yoga positions, into these mudras naturally. I didn't need to be taught yoga. I knew no yoga. My body knew it. And every single one of you knows it. And there wasn't just 7 chakra systems. They were the major junction points. There was 108 within us. And this 108, when unlocked, we almost became superhuman. But being human is super. We just are in the potential where we go into the mind too much and we go into suffering so much. And so we stay here. But I was teaching people how to awaken the heart consciousness, how to wake up your cells, how to wake up your womb. And as we dropped into the womb, I was seeing that the womb had its own voice, its own primal voice.
3 minutes. 3 minutes.
Separate from the brain. And when we did that, women could actually tap into that area and know everything. That the womb wasn't just a physical structure. The womb was a connection to the cosmos, to your ancestors, to clearing out all of the imprints and trauma that you had. And that was what I was passing on to all of these women. And so for all of you out there, I encourage you to connect to that area of your body. Ask yourself, when was the last time you placed your hands there? When was the last time you said, I'm listening to you, I'm here, I love you. Show me what is it that I need to know regarding my health, my relationships, my career, whatever it is. And then listen, then be still and drop into your feminine energy and see what comes up. You will be surprised at what you will say. You will not say, I think this is what I need to do. You will say, I know this is what you need to do. And this work has allowed me to get to a place now where I have deep compassion and love for my father. And I love him as if he has never raped me. And I am in awe and as gratitude for the gift that I was given to go through this trauma, because it allowed me to see my light and how I could hold space of non-judgment for humanity. And that was the gift. And that's the gift of our trauma. So I encourage you all to go into your darkness and tune in, because within your darkness, there is so much light sitting there, and that's your wisdom. So thank you everyone for listening to me. I hope you enjoyed it, and if any of you need more help regarding tapping into your womb, I'm more than here to help you all. So thank you. I love you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you.